Thanks. Okay, today I welcome you instead of Richard because he's not feeling well. He had some surgery, and so he is excused for today, and we wish him to get well soon. Hello, everyone. Welcome. And today we have no certain topic, so we can discuss anything tech-related we like. And with Lionel, we have talked in prior to because he's going to the conference with Chris Letho, showing a built enclosure, and we were talking about what has to be prepared till then. So Lionel, back to your questions.
Okay, so back to my question. So I'm calling on all person involved to help me have something ready. Not ready, not perfect, but just the bare minimum to have a working demo. So I think we should maybe make a list of what's a bare minimum. So I was thinking a web interface is important. An AI model that classify. What else?
For the enclosure, the bare minimum, I would say, is the door plus the inlay should be glued. Then the magnetics tapes should be in place so that you can remove the door easily. And I wouldn't glue the tower to the enclosure yet. I would just mount it, put it on top, so if you show it, you can take it off and show what the interior of the All Sky Cam tower. You have to make the hole for the camera bigger. There you can use the same drill that you use to put the power plugs into a wall. This one will fit, and you can do it by just doing some measurements and a cross and using a marker pen. So the center of the camera will find its place quite easily.
So camera,
what else?
fan, dome.
Yeah, you should get the dome from Amazon. Take the 152 millimeters because it fits. And you should have got the upper mount for the camera holder. Oliver should have sent it to you. I don't know if you've got that one. Did you receive that one?
No, I haven't. Is Oliver online?
No, not at the moment. Okay, we talked to Oliver that he sends it to you in time. I will show you what I'm talking of in a minute. At the moment, I mounted. We're talking about this holder here. It's now mounted to the developer stand with just 3 screws. And this is the one that you need to put it onto the tower of the enclosure. And I wouldn't glue the tower to the rest of the enclosure because you want to show people. So you can take off the tower, switch it around, turn it around, show the people how it's done if they ask.
Yeah.
And this one is printed with 100% infill, so it's very strong.
Okay, great. Okay.
I forgot something. You see, it has this light one over here. It has a certain height, and with that height, the dome comes up to, I think, 15 millimeters above the ring on the tower of the enclosure. This is necessary because you can't fit the dome directly because of the flange. The flange is bigger than 150 millimeters, and so it fits this. The camera holder works as a spacer, and with that you can put it on easily. Because you ask about if it's difficult to mount everything together. No, it's not, because this helps you by mounting it.
Okay.
It was said that the dome for the final version should be glued onto this camera holder, and till now it's the best solution we've come up with. But for the showcase, it's nice to just put it on so we can take it apart and show people.
Okay. Then people will probably have questions about the capabilities of the camera. So does the ISS in 20 by 20 pixels still stands?
Yes, it will be around 1 pixel. And due to the atmosphere, it will be smeared out to 4 to 5 pixels.
Okay, so ISS is 4 to 5 pixels with the Meike camera.
Yes.
Okay. And okay. And in terms of software, what do we want to show?
I think if we can show the tracking itself, that will be enough.
Show the
I can jump in for a second, and if you want me to share my screen, I can show you a little bit of progress on the GUI.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
GUI stuff.
Yes, great.
Okay, one moment. And this is still definitely a work in progress, but
that's great.
By the way, before you start, then please let me talk to Fabio. Fabio, Richard, you heard that Richard won't be here today, and I have to leave in 40 minutes. Could you take over the meeting for us?
I can, but I'll have to leave in about 1 hour or something. But
so you too. Okay, yeah, maybe we cut that short.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we see what we get up till then. Okay, then Dan, please show us.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Am I? Is it streaming?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. So this is currently in OpenMCT. It is running the simulated frame provider. And so this is actually showing, the tracked footage here. It's the 2D rendering. I just added some kind of stats over here. I put in just a buffer just for my own kind of use to see how many, the frame rate and kind of regulate that. But I added the mask controls that we had looked at before. I can demo that again. But on a high level, we could have something like this ready for that time.
Okay. Can you demo again the mask? Because I wasn't there.
Sure. We did kind of a version with a context menu as well as buttons, but here's just a kind of to give you an idea of how it will work. I'll actually do this on a image, so it just makes it a little more simple. Okay, so here we have this image. So if I click Edit Image Mask, I just click here. So let's say I wanted to just select all the viewing area here.
All right.
I could either finish it by going back to the first node or just double clicking. And then I can hit stop edit. I can invert this mask. And I could save it as a JPEG. In the future, my thought was that we could use a SVG, which would have specific coordinates in vector, so it could be more efficient in the future. But it can save it as the JPEG, and you could do multiple. So I'm going to clear this. If you wanted to do it kind of like this, and just block out. Try that again. And let's say we wanted to block out this too. And let's say this too. Stop editing. And we'll save that. And that will open up here. Can you see that? I don't know if I shared my browser or my screen.
We're still seeing the mask.
Okay, great. So again, this is, I don't have it set up to actually send it to the ROS node to integrate in and send back a masked stream. But I think that's relatively simple to do. Any other questions about and we can tweak this interface to make it better.
And does the web server run on the same container as the simple tracker?
That's a great question. So currently it does not, but we'd had some discussions about kind of coupling them together to make it easier to run. And I don't think that there's any reasons why it couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll actually say that they should be separate. They shouldn't be in the same container.
Okay.
Like you want to have a single executable per container, so we can restart it if needed and monitor it separately.
Okay.
But for let's say for a demo's sake, or for running.
Well, you can use Docker Compose, right? And you can spin up multiple containers. They will have their own network between them. So that's fine.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I rather stick to non-patterns, and that's how Docker was supposed to be used anyway. So.
Yeah, we can help you with that. We can help you set up some a node to just do the streaming of the images, and then the other node for the GUI. We can do that, and also do the Docker Compose. So we just run one command, and you have the demo running.
Okay. And does the simple tracker does it already have a live mode where it just streams?
No live mode yet.
No live mode
So
yet.
when you are going to present there? Sorry, I didn't get the.
It's just a month from now.
A month from now. Okay, I can provide it. I can provide a live view. Yeah.
And would the live view integrate in the GUI?
Yeah, the GUI can have the live stream because it will be the same one as the video right now. I will just switch the input method for the stream.
So do you see how
So
to do that, Dan? So once there's a live mode, you see how to display it on the GUI?
Yes, it would be effectively what it's doing right now is using that simulated video, which is effectively the same as a live view.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you would just be switching the source.
Yes. We'll have no changes on the GUI side. Just it will be only on the source side for the start of the stream. Instead of a video file, we'll be streaming from the camera.
Okay, so Dan and Fabio, I'm going to be asking a lot from you in the next days.
Then is it possible to take an image and let's say go to GIMP and produce a mask out of GIMP, let's say a detailed one, and save it as, let's say, an image and re-enter it in the process so the mask gets a very detailed one?
A very detailed mask for the you're talking about this type of mask that we're looking at right now?
Yeah, let's say some objects that can be masked here. Let's say like the what is it? The mobile tower over there, and the tree down at what is it? 5 o'clock.
Sure.
These are not really moving targets.
Right.
And for them, one could build a very detailed mask, let's say, with the use of GIMP. Can an image containing, let's say, a black mask for it be re-entered into this process at the moment, or loaded?
Right now, this is the main function of this is generating the mask itself. Okay. So, but we could load something in. I'm just getting up to speed on the simple tracker code myself. But from what I understand, it's already built to load in an existing mask.
Okay.
So
yeah, we'll have to figure out just a way for you to publish the mask on a topic, and then we'll update the mask on the node.
Yeah, I was kind of digging into that last night to I was getting closer, but the other thing I was going to say, we can zoom in too, so we could potentially get more detailed with a mask, allowing for someone to zoom in, and another probably this might be more of a future optimization, probably not an alpha thing, but I think currently we're sending the image, the full image, when we're sending the image file. If we're masking, there's, I guess, two optimizations that I think we can gain. One, we're only displaying in as long as we're not cropping a fisheye view substantially, the missing area of this square that's the inscribed circle, those corners are always effectively should be masked, and if we mask them but also don't send that data versus sending the data in the image. It's a nuance, but I think it might be an important nuance. we could probably get a fairly substantial resolution bump or efficiency bump by transmitting substantially less data. From processing.
Yeah, the thing with the mask is that the mask is mainly for privacy. So the mask will be applied hopefully on the first node, so we won't be able to see anything other than the non-masked view of the image. Mm-hmm. So everything from the start will be already with the mask applied. That's the main idea, because we don't want to do it to have a stream of non-masked images, because we might have some privacy issues.
Totally. And I guess sorry, go ahead.
Goofy question, but will we have to mask out the telescope so that the movement of the telescope doesn't react? It doesn't react to that. Just curious. Because it's set to pick up motion, right? When the telescope spins, isn't the 360 will the C360 camera lock onto that, or no?
If the telescope will be on the camera, yeah, we can mask it. That's okay. So it will be easier. It will not be the background subtractor not picking up anything. So it will be good for that also.
Yeah.
And I guess just to make sure, to clarify, I guess you can see, if you can still see my screen, these corners right here will not have image content in them. So us knowing that, we can choose not to send any data whatsoever for those pixels. Reducing our image size by about 21%. So if we take that one-dimensional string of pixel data that we're sending as an image and just cut out the pixels, that would be in those places.
Yeah, I might be wrong here, but I think that will be sorted out by the compression algorithm that we'll be using. So all the black pixels will be compressed. So and it will not be. It will be already a stream that will be already much lower than small enough. Yes.
Yeah, cool. and concentrating only on the B frames helps too, and because all the black areas are not in the B frames, they already are cut out.
Yeah, and Christian, right now we're not streaming video; we are streaming just images.
Just images.
Right. Yeah. Right. So so right now we have no video stream, just a stream of still images.
Right. Yeah. Cool. If that's already optimized, then awesome.
I guess because we just wanted to do the image sequencing, just pushing images, is because we do not have to produce a video, because therefore we need the encoding, putting a video back that we take apart afterwards doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, true.
And I'll show you this other piece here. So here's the
wow. What's this? It's awesome.
Nice projection.
Streaming. Yeah, and the dome here needs to be adjusted a little bit, the parameters of it.
That's crazy cool.
But this is streaming. Now this isn't buffered like I buffered the other one. But you could see, I'll show you kind of the difference. See how it's pretty choppy here?
Yeah, but it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is pretty neat. But you can kind of see the effect you can get.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I'll show you. This is the effect on a recorded video that we had, and you can kind of zoom in. And I think that we had. This might have been a still. May have this mislabeled. I think this might be just an image because that plane doesn't seem like it's flying. But I'll go back to this real quick to see that, so you can see the difference between the buffered image and the non-buffered image, because that would be what you would see the difference in that projected image on the dome. So this, you can see, as soon as it gets up to about 60, it'll start displaying. And then I have a target frame rate. And this is all just client side here. I know you have libraries built already or used already on the Simple Tracker side, kind of doing this, I think, sending it. We can go from it's not behaving the way it should, so because it's a demo. But I think you get the idea. Any other questions, or do you want to see any of it again? I don't want to monopolize the time here.
It's really cool. So is this all browser based? There's no plugins to display all that. It's all JavaScript.
Correct. This is all using OpenMCT with the 3D rendering is using 3.js, which is a JavaScript library. And then obviously the other, I've got 2 Docker containers open right now. And both are the GUI branches of the respective containers. So the Simple Tracker.
So for the demo, those 2 containers you're talking about, are they supposed to be running on the Pi as well?
I have not run them on the Pi yet, but I have. So I'm running them on a Mac right now. Mac.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it'd be safer to have a Ethernet hub on the station and run them on the Mac.
And we could also do a to be totally safe, have recordings of it as well.
Sure. Oh yeah, it's much better. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, recordings is it's a given.
Backups of backups.
Yeah. And I'm not up to date with the latest development. Do the AI guys have a live classification model running yet?
Maybe Yannick can answer that. Is Yannick there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, the kinematics model is working, but oh man, it's been so long that I've been working on it. based on video input.
Yes.
So we currently don't have a live version for that.
No, but
and I was trying to get it into a node.
yes.
But that's I'm currently the university semester just started, and I don't really have time on the weekend currently to do that.
For me also, I just started a new job, and just before I started it, I was trying to get the model that you got working on the ROS just by as a saved model, and I haven't managed to succeed, and so nobody has been pursuing the same effort in the meantime.
Okay. Mike did it. Mike succeeded in implementing the classification model inside the node, inside one of the ROS2 nodes.
Okay.
But it's not working right now. Okay. So that's that. So that's something that because we had problems with versions and we had a lot of problems because they switched versions. So it's not working right now. I'm trying to work with Mike on that, but Mike is also away for a couple months because of his home. Yeah. So I will be trying to picking up that later on. I don't know if I will be able to do it by the end of this month, so we can show it. But it was we had a node working, but I had to figure out ways of fixing all the dependency stuff for the nodes to work, because it requires a lot of different libraries, and they were not building successfully. So I will figure out
that. Because I'm trying to get more up to speed on that, that specific part of the code. If you are able to kind of throw what you have over to me with any information, I can kind of dig into it as well and see what I can figure out.
That will be perfect.
That'll help me learn.
Yeah, we had a branch. We had a branch already with everything there, and we tried to figure out on that branch on the simple tracker REST2. So I can show you that later. Just ping me and I can show you.
A good source is there's a branch named Kinematics that Yannick made, and it has a saved model, and that saved model is usable as it is. It's just a matter of translating of making it a function that accepts coordinates.
Yeah.
And we have the branch TensorFlow inside the simple tracker REST2 WS. So that's the branch we are working and trying to fix it so it can work. It did work and sometime in the past, but since we had to change a couple of things, it started crashing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you said TensorFlow is not working within that branch?
No, it's not working right now. Exactly. So it's a problem with dependencies only. So if we figure out how to work on the dependencies, we might have it working and classifying the image from the tracker.
Is it TensorFlow? Yannick, is it really a TensorFlow model? Isn't it not a library?
The kinematics doesn't use TensorFlow.
Right.
Yeah. That is only using a Python package that is called SKTime. And but the image-based recognition that Nikolai was working on, that needs TensorFlow actually.
Yeah. True. Sorry, I didn't. I just mixed up things. Yeah.
What about this part, the image-based recognition? Is there any anything to show in that part? Well, okay.
I don't know what the current status is. I know that Mike pointed out that there's an issue with TensorFlow, and as Fabio also said, you are working on that, right?
There's an issue with dependencies, and I will figure out sometime. I would just sit down and figure out all the problems with the dependencies there, because you have to install a bunch of stuff to make it work, and one of them is not. It's breaking it. I don't know which one, so I have to sit down and just make it work.
And it doesn't.
But just to be clear about what would be ideal and what you're looking for, it's to just show a object detection, classification, and then tracking.
Yeah, right now what Meike did was he got the image from the tracker, that small image 64 by 64, and send it to the TensorFlow to the classificator model, and then get an answer for that, and then display it on the screen like a airplane 64% or something like this.
Right.
That's what he did. Instead of just displaying the number like 1, 2, 3, it display what the object is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right. I saw him demo, and that's effectively what would be ideal to show and have within this within a demo. That's what you're looking for.
Yes, because there might be since it's a crypto conference, there might be other geeks out there that ask tough questions.
Sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah. In that case, as like on every other fair, just refer to come to our Discord channel and talk to the guys that are actually working on it. I think this is the best solution, to just be honest and say, okay, don't know yet, and we're working on it. Talk to the guys and come to us, get in contact with, and
maybe we'll because we're not selling anything actually, we're just showcasing.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe something about the Orange Pi version. The Ubuntu OS was launched as the first OS version, and they have now the Arch version running. I downloaded it and I'll give it a try maybe this night. But for installing the simple tracker container with Docker, I'm writing. I'm putting out a new setup file that works with the Arch version.
So what's Arch? Is that another Linux distribution?
Yes.
Okay, and it runs on the same hardware, so it runs on the Pi.
Yes.
And
Orange Pi is offering 2 operating system versions at the moment. Ubuntu was the first, and the Arch is out now, I think, for 2 weeks or so. And and because I'm working most time of my day on Arch systems, I'm going to rewrite the setup and put it to the so that we have the same software installed and get it running.
Okay.
Yeah, I might try Arch also just to see if it's more stable than Ubuntu, because if it is, we can switch everything to Arch. That's okay.
Yeah, so I would say let's go for both. But I would say
the software will work on both. Right now, my problem with Ubuntu right now is that it's not as stable as it can be. We have bugs with the graphic version, with the OpenGL, and also on the USB drivers. So sometimes we have some problems. So if they release another version soon, it would be great.
Yes. I can tell you about the Arch problems with NVIDIA graphic cards. They take up to 1 or 2 weeks after announcing a new kernel version to get NVIDIA drivers running. So this is an old and very, very well-known issue to the Arch systems. But once they settled that, so it's running very, very stable, and I'm doing it for, let's say, 8 years now, and they take about 1 or 2 weeks after the new kernel announcement, after the new kernel update, to fix the problems with NVIDIA, but it's done, and I would say that if someone wants to do an update on the OS on a Pi, they should wait at least 2 to 4 weeks after the OS is updated, then doing an update for Sky 360 on it. But Fabio, let's work on it during the next week and talk about it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I have to step out in some minutes, so Ido seems to be stabilized his power problems. So would you take over for me?
Yeah, so I'll do my best. I'm walking through the phone, so I don't know how stable it is.
Okay, thanks.
But a small update for you. So first of all, for the Pi, we have an NixOS image already. Yeah, that's been done 6 months ago. The problem there is that I didn't complete the QHI SDK for NixOS package. I have it working. It's just that I didn't put the pull request to submit it to the Nix packages. And another update is that I got NixOS working on the Orange Pi 5, but I didn't get to set up the image yet. Okay, so we are very close to stabilize on NixOS there. The plan is to stabilize on NixOS a real-time kernel as much as possible. Most likely, I will be able to run it on the Pi, not on the Orange Pi, because I'm using the specific Orange Pi kernel. But I'm having Docker running. So the moment we have Docker, we can run everything on top of Docker, and that would be perfect.
Okay. Good work.
Yeah.
So
thanks to all of you. I have to step out. Keep on the good
Christian,
work.
before you run off. Yeah, Christian, before you go, you mentioned you're going to be doing a build in about a week or so with Mr. Letho, Chris Letho. Is that correct?
I'm doing a build with Chris Letho. Not I'm aware of now.
Oh, okay. Then my mistake. No problem. Have a good day.
Maybe you're mistaken about the NFT conference in Portugal.
So may I clarify here?
Possibly.
Christian is helping Lionel with tips for his build.
Yes.
Lionel builds it in Brussels, Belgium, sorry, and send over to. Oh, no, sorry, fly over with it to Portugal.
To make a demo in an NFT conference.
Yeah.
So
I will be on the I will be on the Maker Fair at that time at Vienna. So I won't be at Brussels.
Maker Fair.
But yeah.
That's very good.
And that's the one Oliver, Clemens, and I are doing. We're presenting Sky 360 on the Maker Fair there.
Also,
yeah,
traction.
Is the conference going to be live? Paul is asking on the chat.
They won't have any Wi-Fi signals out there, so I don't think so. But we have Oliver can say something to that. Okay, Lionel, we keep in touch about that during the next week, and Fabio, we too about the Arch version of the Orange Pi 5. Okay. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's continue. Sorry, guys. My internet is really bad, so I appreciate if someone else can take the lead today.
Okay. So one thing I still don't understand is now I have an Orange Pi Linux distribution with without the simple tracker on it, but it does have the camera driver.
Okay.
Did you use the image that?
I used the image. I haven't because I'm afraid to boot the Pi because I'm afraid to fry it. But I will later today.
No, it do not fry it. It has a.
You don't know me.
It has it has a thermal protection there. Don't worry.
I'll probably mount something backwards. It's like that.
Don't do it in the range.
Okay,
in the freezer.
So I'm gonna have once I figure out how to mount that fan. Is it like this, but I'm not sure which pin should go to the red. But
I had an
Just
image.
don't use a hammer and a nail to mount it. Okay.
we'll
Use
see.
glue.
I'll use what I have.
I sent an image to Richard some time ago. I can send it to you. The same image showing where to connect it. So.
Okay. Yes, please. Okay. So once I'm there.
May I interrupt shortly, Lionel? It's
Please.
part in the documentation. The picture.
The fan mounting on the. Okay. Thank you. I look it up. Okay.
Actually, it's no
Thank you.
issue. So if you use the wrong poles, you just need the black and the red one.
Yeah.
You
Just pin backward.
5 volt. It should be named on the board.
Okay.
But if you
So it will.
take the wrong polarity, it doesn't matter because you can just redirect the airflow. And the airflow
throwing
should
it
go
on the
your way
blockchain.
into
Like, okay, like how is it? That felt like they were talking about an NFT.
Right. I was like,
It's
what?
like, it's like whatever technology.
Okay. So once I do that, I can download Docker. So mute. So once I do that, I can download Docker.
No, Docker is already solid on the image.
Docker is there. So I just need to check out. I just need to check out the simple tracker container. I check out simple tracker from GitHub to the Pi, and it will connect to the camera.
We can talk it later, and I can show you how to do it and what to do so we can have it running. It's pretty simple.
Very simple. Okay. And another question: I also need to check out the web server. The web server repo.
Have to talk to them.
Wow, maybe not. Yeah, okay. I'll talk to them. Okay. Okay. Seems simple enough, so to speak.
To follow the US's lead.
So like by not giving that information.
It's just like they just don't have like.
Okay.
May I interrupt here,
Follow your.
Who's talking?
Kian, can you please mute yourself?
Oh, sorry, did not mean to be on mute.
Oh, it's Kian. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So so it's just one container on the Pi.
Yeah, to have the simple tracker, yes, it should be one container,
Okay.
and we have another container for the web server.
Okay. But the web server could run from a nearby laptop to save resource, or doesn't have to?
I think we have to try it. I didn't do it yet, but I think it should work.
And so the QHC camera, I just plug it in via USB, and it will look like a webcam.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
The QHC camera, the big camera with the nice optics. It's I have nothing to do there. I just power it and plug it in via USB, and it will look like a webcam to the container or to the Pi.
Yes, when you connect it to the Orange Pi, it already has the drivers, everything, so it will work with the
Okay.
with the container.
And what do we need the Nix package for?
Nix package is a whole new it's another subject that you'll be running for the stations mainly, and not for right now. You don't have to worry.
Okay.
Nix.
I don't worry about that. Okay.
No, not right now. In the future, we might be talking much more about it, but for now, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's still in development.
Okay.
Early development.
Great. Okay.
Well. But bear in mind, guys, the images that we have now and all the Dockers are for development purposes. They're not to run, production systems outside. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wrote on the channel there, just to make sure that everyone understands that that's not for production. We're just developing containers and not production containers.
Yeah.
All the images and everything. Perfect. Thank you, Ido.
Yeah. Cool.
And
anyone wants to continue?
Yeah, we have. I will have to leave also, so I will just continue from here. This week, me and David we've been working on the auto exposure algorithm for the camera. It's working very nicely. David did a great work, and I've been optimizing it also, and so it's running very nicely. And it's also switching from nighttime to daytime, and in vice versa. And it's compensated with the gain and also the exposure. It's running very nicely. Yeah. And also just I did also a port of the GUI class, and also the drivers and the SDK for Rust, and I'll be publishing it on the Rust cargo later on also, just for everyone to have it. So, if anyone wants to use it on Rust, because it's working very stable and very nicely.
Awesome. Excellent news.
Yeah.
Great job. No, that was a lot of work, so good job.
Yeah. So then I have a question for you. How do you like OpenMCT?
I'm still really learning it. I like it as I like using it. Once it's once I have the kind of components built within it. It's a little tricky to kind of build the components and use it within Docker, but that's me learning both that, and I haven't used Docker a ton in the past. So
got it.
That's on my end. But I do like the modularity of it. I like how things are stored in local storage in JSON. That can be challenging, but also I like that element of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we build a few kind of little tools, that there's a few little things that we could build that'll make it much more usable, and allow for development to be easier within it. So
cool.
I like it.
Cool. Yeah, I like it that you can use like a 3D JS and all of that. That's perfect.
The other thing that I was thinking about, and I love people's thoughts on this, but it also could be good for doing potential project management, for the project as a whole, in terms of kind of modules that we could add to it, not just using it for the actual management of the station itself. So we could have folders for documentation, and you can put effectively iframes of websites within that. So you can organize documents across different platforms within that too. So if you're in there already, it could be a good way of kind of organizing documentation. Just a
nice
thought.
Yeah, we still need to discuss, me and Fabio, like all of our GitHub project management and everything. We are planning a big change, as I spoke last week before the meeting. But again, I have to focus on moving right now, so and whistleblowing, whatever. But yeah,
Michael,
that will come.
Yeah, Dan, also, just so you know, there are some efforts to get the documentation situation much better organized and kind of under control, and so it's got a update path in there. So yeah, that is in the works, and I do appreciate anybody's remarks on various things. So just how do I want to put that? I have no problem with critique. So anyway, hopefully by like the end of this week, I can have something on the documentation, little sub bar there that says, okay, here's what's in my mind, here's what I think we can do, and then start getting, get some feedback from folks and say, okay, here's what we need to make happen. Okay.
Cool. And I'll send you some of the stuff that I've been putting together just while I've been kind of onboarding and learning. So in case any of that stuff helps.
Oh, it does, because that tells me things I need to keep in mind, because a lot of things I'm still learning too. And so it's advantageous, because if I have to learn it, then I got to figure out how to explain it. And that I find useful. So, okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Who's next?
I would have a question. Oh, Lionel, you want to go ahead?
No.
I have a question to Kian and Sakura. Are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great, good. So Sakura, I'm sorry. Please bring me up to date. Are you already working in the project? Sorry, I had a surgery yesterday, so I'm still a bit dizzy. So I want to recall
I haven't.
conversations. Are you in a project?
I signed up for becoming a developer by providing my information to Richard, and I think he granted me access to some of the repos. I didn't have time the last couple of weekends to look at them, so I was going to do that today a little bit, and then I haven't actually picked a team though.
Okay, cool. Okay, same question.
Hey, this is Keon. I had not received that message from you, Richard, yet on Discord, so still waiting for that. I've reached out to Yannick too, but I think I still need to schedule like a meeting to sit down and talk with him.
Okay, I will send you a DM in the next couple of days.
So, Kian, do you work on AI stuff?
Not for my job, but I'm eager to participate in it. I'm happy to help out with whatever Python, C++ are my expertise.
And what about Ross? You familiar with that?
I'm still going over that. I've spun up the containers on my computer and run them, and run the simple tracker in the ROS version. But I'm still new to ROS, so I'm learning that.
Well, it's not complicated really. It's not.
It's very complicated.
Yeah, I think I just need to learn more about the nodes. That's the thing that I don't understand yet.
That's what I've been really trying to.
What would be great right now is to make a node that loads a saved model and that reads coordinate that are going through as messages. Because right now there's a topic that says coordinate. If somebody could group them by track ID, and
so you can actually use RQT, which is a tool that comes with ROS too, to look at all the nodes that are running, all the topics, everything. Yes.
And you get a nice map of what's going on. It draws nice maps for you.
Yes, it draws like a system architecture, topics, connectivity, all of that. Yeah.
And
well, maybe we could put that into the GUI.
Well, it's a GUI. Actually, you can just boot RQT from where? Could you load remotely?
RQT is open source, so you can actually look at how they do that, and yeah, that would be good to have it on a UI.
Yeah. Because that's exactly what I've been kind of trying to dig into and going through all of the nodes, the packages, the dependencies, and trying to really kind of understand what is unique, what is duplicated, and what messages, the types of services, publishers, subscribers.
You should definitely look at RQT. There are some good also YouTube videos that explain it, and you can actually take, it's run by menu, right? It's a GUI that has a menu, and each menu open a window, right, and gives you information. So you can actually take those as modules into OpenMCT. That will be like amazing, not just for Sky 360, but for us too, also.
Awesome. Great, because I think as soon as I really understand the architecture there, integrating into the GUI shouldn't be that challenging. Based on what I've seen with Rossbridge.
Yeah, those are simple. The UI is simple. I think the most complex one is the drawing of the components, but even then, they're probably using a library to draw all the dependencies. So it's basically you build a dependency tree and then it draws everything with it, all the topics that go through and each node.
And just to, I guess, one kind of associated question: when you launch the symbol tracker, is it spinning up all the topics at that time?
Yeah.
And you're just subscribing to them independently of them publishing, correct?
But not exactly.
Not all of them.
The moment you start Simple Tracker actually starts multiple ROS2 nodes. Okay, and then the first node, if I remember correctly, is the video playback that gives you the video, and then because you have subscribers, followers, they're starting to react, receiving the images and start doing their thing, right? Because everything is working out of ROS2, the moment you run in parallel like RQT or anything, or you listen to messages on the network, you can see everything that is going through. Okay. The plan will be
tracking something.
Yeah, the plan will be for we need to discuss it after we'll do the project management and GitHub issue. But we'll need to discuss properly like the features for alpha version, because we can release it, just as a video pass-through, to make sure that everything is stable, and to fix any crashes without a recorder, or we can release it with a recorder that will take more time. Okay. The idea of the recorder is basically it's listening to all the topics and store them onto disk, right? So you can have playback capabilities. And what's nice about OpenMCT, that it's based on like time. So the idea is if you change the time on OpenMCT, you can decide if you can go like real time of what's available right now from the live camera, or you go to playback and then you read from the recorder and play back everything that at a certain time, right? And you can play it back faster, you can play it back slower, right?
So OpenMCT is from NASA?
Yes.
How awesome is that?
Yeah.
What does it do? Mission control software. Wow.
So OpenMCT is an open source mission control platform or user interface.
So
very good for telemetry data. If you have streams of data coming in, it's good. You can create different plugins that will allow you to do a custom component, and then feed data into it.
So that badass 3D
What?
stuff you shown, does that come from OpenMCT, or that's
No, that was just
something of your...
that was just really displaying a web page in
Okay.
OpenMCT. So really, we're not really using any of the main capabilities of OpenMCT yet. We're really just using the folder structure of OpenMCT at the moment.
Okay.
And but down the road, having that standard UI, and we can have really the telemetry data from sensors feeding into OpenMCT more natively, so the data is more accessible kind of through OpenMCT, so you can create different widgets that have access to that data more easily. That would be ideal. Right now, it's, like I said, more of displaying a page that has that data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll speak about high level a bit about mission control, so there is like a bit of understanding. So in a mission control, roughly you have like 3 modes. There is the setup or configuration. When you set up your sensors, ours is pretty much fixed, right? But there are some scenarios when you want to have multiple missions, right? For example, if we will want to test against how will I say, simulation rather than the real camera, right? So we can have a mission that will do that, right? And that will align all the UI for that purpose. So that's like the setup. Then there is the runtime mode where the mission is actually running and everything is live. And then there is the analysis when, again, you're walking through like a historical data and you analyze the events that you recorded. Okay? That's the capabilities of a mission control. So
Okay.
having something like that, a framework that allows us to build really, as Dan says, really easy UI that has all of these capabilities, it's going to save us a lot of time.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Makes
we
sense,
will need to do
down the
all
road.
of that. Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to say, once you get the ROS repo running, so simple tracker ROS, and you start listening to topics, you'll see that there's a topic that's busy when it's tracking something. It's called coordinate something. It's called, I think, message coordinates. And it's just X and Y's, a string of X and Y's and track IDs. And that's what I was hoping to implement Yannick's model on, because there's a working model for classification in our repos, and it's really not that hard to do. I'm just lazy.
So you want to implement the Yannick's model on the message coordinates topic, which is X and Y coordinates.
Yeah, it's a stream of X and Y's, and Yannick's model takes X and Y's as arguments, and it replies. It takes a strings of X and Y's, and it outputs a classification. What I was really hoping to do before I started my new job was to just display the result of the model on another topic that displays images. This one is called I'm not sure, but there are 2 topics that are really well, there are 2 core topics from which you can get into the logic and plug your own stuff in. It's okay. It's called annotated frame. That's the display stuff, and the other one is called coordinates. That's the tracking stuff. That's how I remembered it. It's been 2 months since I booted the software. but I'm gonna get back at it because I'm feeling a new motivation just now.
Cool. Well, I like I said, I dug into some of the trying to get a sense of the nodes and the packages last night, so I might toss over some of the organization that I did, and anybody can kind of fill in some of the gaps, and that might help a little bit. But
packages, you mean about Sky 360?
Well, I guess the folders within the simple tracker. I called them packages.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Ross.
Well, they all work together.
Packages.
Nothing's optional. Like the entire. Let me boot Visual Studio. Come back to my memory. Oh shit! I need to boot the container. Docker. Okay.
And I was actually on that kind of associated. What got me kind of looking at that was the endpoints README document.
Okay, so all of our core, all of our core packages, they're called simple tracker something, and they all work together. That's the gist of it. And the one you can really you can easily make changes to, I think, is the I don't remember, and I cannot boot Docker for a reason. Try. Docker is running. Yes, Docker is running. Come on.
Which one are you trying to remember? I've got a list of a lot of them here.
Well, I'm just trying to see the source code, actually. Okay, gonna open it locally. Okay, open locally.
Here, I can
get the source code. Okay, here we go. So in source, share my screen. Sharing. So I haven't checked out the code in a long time. So there are probably new guys in there, but annotated frame provider. So that's a type of messages that contains binary data with the image file with the tracking info on the image file. And so it's this one. That's the core node for me. It's the frame provider.
And it seemed like the only image that I could get to display was the compressed version of the, I think the annotated.
Compressed version of the annotated
message. In at least the videos, this. Just kind of a side note, but. I think the other ones were maybe too large. There were a lot of them were working in terms of passing
so do you mean
image data.
it's a JPEG data? It's not raw data. Is that what you mean by?
Yeah, the data URL.
And this one's, as far as I remember, this one's it's like third-party stuff. So
right, that and the USB cam, I think, right?
Yeah,
Are the two third-party ones?
exactly. No, the one that actually displays is visualizer, and it's going to do some OpenCV stuff. It's going to do some OpenCV image show. Okay. So that's the. I think that's that original frame. I think that's raw data. Because that's how you display a frame in OpenCV. Is it that simple? Well, I'll get back into it. Hopefully next week I remember more.
Great.
And if you if you want to get into it, you're more than welcome. I can help in any way I can. I'll help in any way I can because I was starting a new job. I had no bandwidth for anything else. Okay, but now I'm getting settled more or less. Okay,
great.
So I'm gonna go. It was nice meeting you. Thanks for the interface, and talk to you next week or sooner than that if you have questions or if I have questions. Okay, bye bye.
Lionel, one last note. We will contact you in the next couple of days for the build. Yeah.
Yes, it'd be nice if we scheduled some maybe some one-on-one meetings over the course of the week.
Yes, we can.
So I can put my laptop on the sofa and you guide my hands.
Yes, I will. So drop me a day.
For the hands for the build because I got everything on my desk. I just not sure how to put it together.
Yes, we'll do. Just DM me a
Yeah,
date.
it'd be nice.
Proposal,
Okay. Sorry?
Drop me a
The
date
proposal. I know that I'm busy on Tuesday.
Lionel,
Rest of the week I have time.
Just drop me a DM, please. We're on record now, and
Oh, okay.
close first.
Doing that.
So
Okay.
send me a DM, please.
Okay. Right on. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good week.
Thank you too. Bye bye. So I think we are at the end of our meeting. Any more notes? Okay. Hey guys, thanks for being
No, I'm good.
here. For having you, and yeah, we'll see us during the week. And by the way, great work, Dan. Thanks for having you. So I stop recording.
Hope you feel better.